Hi, survivors. It's me, Purpose reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well because what's going on in this world is not. Thanks, Ms. Howell, for this article. Very informative article with this information that we do need to be informed of. It states that Tyson Foods to shut 2 U.S. chicken plants with nearly 1,700 workers. Chicago, March 14th, Tyson Foods Incorporated will close 2 U.S. chicken plants with almost 1,700 employees on May the 12th, the company said on Tuesday. The closure showed the biggest U.S. meat company by sales is still trying to figure out how to improve its chicken business that has struggled for years. I didn't know Tyson chicken was struggling. I thought people, like chicken and like Tyson. Tyson will shut a plant in Glen Allen, Virginia, with 692 employees, and a plant in Van Buren, Arkansas, with 969 employees, according to its statement. Chicken demand will shift to other plants as part of a strategy to utilize the full capacity at each of its facilities, the company said. The current scale and inability to economically improve operations has led to the difficult decision to close the facilities, Tyson said. Arkansas-based Tyson said last year it could not fulfill all its orders for chicken due to limited supplies and labor and planned to boost production. The company previously bought chicken from other producers to meet demand. Tyson wrongly predicted last year that demand for chicken would be strong at supermarkets in November and December, Chief Executive Donnie King said on a quarterly earnings call last month. In January, the company replaced the president of its poultry business. Shuttering plants is difficult but justified as Tyson seeks to improve performance, said Arun Sundaram, senior equity analyst at CBRN Research. He said he was not surprised by the decision and expects Tyson may implement further restructuring. There's been a lot of investor pressure to management about improving the chicken margins, Sundaram said. Tyson shares were slightly lower in afternoon trading. Overall sales missed analyst estimates for the quarter ending December 31st, when total operating margins dropped to 3.5% from 11.3% a year earlier. The company at the time said the current quarter would be weaker than the end of 2022. They're desperate, said Magali Licoli, director of Vencer Ramos, an organization that advocates for poultry workers in Arkansas. They're trying to save money and cutting workers and making other workers do more. Wow, that's not cool. Tyson had about 124,000 U.S. employees as of October 1st, including 118,000 workers at non-corporate sites like meat plants, regulatory filings show. In October, the company said it would relocate all corporate employees to its headquarters in Springdale, Arkansas. The United Food and Commercial Workers Local 400 Union, which represents employees at Tyson's plants in Virginia, slammed the decision to close the facility. These men and women risked their lives and the safety of their families to keep this plant operational during the pandemic. And this is the thanks they get. Y'all, I don't know why people just not realizing these jobs don't care about nobody, man. And that's why it's also important for us to have our own things going on. I know everybody don't have an entrepreneur mindset, or worth ethic. But if you don't, you might want to start looking into it. Think of an industry that you have passion in, that you're good in. Do some market research and learn about it. And, get your DBA, a LLC, and start your own business. I'm telling y'all, because it's okay to have a job because we have to have money coming in. But it's nothing better than being an entrepreneur, bringing in your own money, and you get more money as an entrepreneur, and you're able to help other people, and we'll be able to employ other people. I think the minute we start realizing these jobs and these people don't give a doggone about us, they'll use you dry. I know people who work a lifetime, and then when it's time for them to retire, they hardly don't have any money. Then these people start cutting their pensions. Then they start, not pushing back, but increasing the age where you can get your Social Security. You know what I'm saying? It's like they try to find some ways of not giving you what they owe you. It's just ridiculous out here. But anyway, it goes on to say, these men and women risk their lives and the safety of their families to keep this plant operational during the pandemic. And this is the thanks they get, said Mark Federici, UFCW Local 400 president. Well, we see how they did the doctors and nurses, especially all those people up there in New York City. They were talking about the firefighters, police people, and all these people who risked their lives during the pandemic. They told them if they didn't get that J-A-B, then they couldn't work no more. They don't care about nobody, y'all. We have to care about ourselves. Tyson said workers losing their jobs could apply for positions at other company facilities as if they have the money to relocate like that. Reported by Tom PLANDEMIC of Chicago. Wow, y'all, man, this stuff is just really serious out here. It's like at a time when people really need money the most, these jobs are laying off people in droves. It happened to me last year. We just have to keep going, stay proudful, and stay proactive. You know, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. There's a lot of different hustles out here, y'all. We just have to work harder, work smarter, and not depend on these demonic people, demonic products, demonic companies, demonic system. Man, I talked to my friend the other day. He was talking about he's tired. He's like, Zan, I'm tired of this clocking in and out every day. He's abusing my body just to get money. He said, I'm grateful to God for, a roof over my head and for food to eat. He said, but it's got to be something better than this. And people are starting to realize that. It's like people dedicate their whole lives working these doggone jobs, can't never get ahead, can't never find no happiness. It's like God didn't create us to come out here and suffer and struggle like this, you know? So, I mean, the plot thickens, man, and this going to shoot up crime even more. When good people are out of work, what y'all think they're going to do to survive? Like, people have to eat. People have families. They're pushing good people to become criminals. They're pushing good people to, man, be deprived and have to think about alternative ways of living. You know, I'm going to say allegedly, y'all, but I mean, what y'all think, man? I'm a realist. Like, you know, I grew up in the church and I grew up on the streets. So I know the mentality of people. You know, you think people going to go without eating and having to feed their family? They're going to go to extreme measures to do what they got to do to be able to survive out here, especially a lot of people in America who not used to just living on the streets and not having, you know, food to eat, especially certain types of food people love to eat. Man, my hearts and prayers going out to all of us, man, because we all in trouble. We all in trouble. And if you still got your job, and you better thank God and better put money back and start looking into ways of doing some things on the side to hustle. I'm telling you, these jobs are not promised to none of us. They're really not. And that's another thing. People get on these jobs thinking these jobs going to last forever. No, they don't. That's why it's imperative while we getting that money, do something with it. Invest in land. Invest in precious metals. Invest in gold. You know, invest in things that's going to, you know, food, homesteads. You know what I'm saying? Things that you will own. I'm telling you, it could be done. Because none of this stuff is promised to us. People being wiped out of work on a daily basis. So you guys, you know, if you haven't, go to purposeand.com, scroll down, send me your email address so I'll get you out the free newsletter. It's absolutely free. I'll talk about things in the newsletter I can't talk about on here. I share that with you at least, you know, lately it's been like once a month. I'll try to get out more often when I can, just really busy. And then when you're doing things by yourself, it's like, you know, you have to really be careful. You want to like tire yourself down. And also, please support me on Patreon if you can for real, raw, uncut, unfiltered content. A lot of great videos on Patreon that I cannot share on here. And if you're looking for land and bug out areas in Texas, I have some for lease, sell and lease for as low as $5 a month. You'll immediately have access to get out the cities into an area where it's secluded, it's family friendly, and you can fish, hunt. It's just beautiful. You can do boating and all types of things. And as always, watch this world, watch the weather, smell your water, boil and purify your water before you use it. Know that things are changing, y'all. A lot of people are losing their jobs. Be careful. Make sure you got some weapons and stuff. Make sure you got some food stacked up and things in your house. We're living in an emergency era, and y'all keep surviving. Prepperzan.com.